Okay, so this is 29 Hanbury Street. This is where Jack the Ripper's second victim, named Annie Chapman, was murdered. Now, on the 8th of September 1888, witnesses saw Annie Chapman speaking to a man. A man said to Annie Chapman, "Will you?" Where Chapman responded with, "Yes." And them two went inside 29 Hanbury Street. Now, the original building has been demolished and it's now changed into this car park now. But we'll add a shot of the original building there. And also, her body was found in the backyard. And since the backyard is now a car park, I can't go in there because I believe it's a private area. So, meanwhile outside, another witness who's living next door to 29 Hanbury Street heard a woman shouting, "No!" And then they heard a thump against the fence. This is where he came out, and he looked over a fence and he spotted a body and he alerted the police. It was the body of Annie Chapman. Now I will show you. I will get my Ripper book out and show you guys. There is a photograph of Annie Chapman. So here's my Ripper book right here. I'll find it. She was. Let's see. No, that's Mary Nichols. That's not her. There we go. Right there. If I can remove this thing. Hard to do it with one hand. There, right there. Yeah, she was found in there. Now we'll read out. Her body was discovered in the backyard of number 29 Hanbury Street, Spitalfields, by an elderly resident who merely ran for help. Annie was lying on her back along the fence with her head a few centimetres from the bottom step leaned from the back door into her yard. Her blood-smeared hands had stiffened in her death agony as he was clenching her throat, because the Ripper had slit her throat as he always did in his killings, which was wrapped in a handkerchief that the killer might have used to stem the flow of blood. Her legs were drawn up as she was having sex when she was killed. Her throat was severed and her intestines had been removed and thrown over her right shoulder. Oh my goodness. Two more portions of her belly had been peeled back from her left shoulder, and the belly wall and the navel, the womb, the uterus and a portion of her bladder have been removed. And that is the state of her body. I mean, it's just horrific of what Jack the Ripper did to Annie Chapman. But yeah guys, so this was the building where Annie Chapman was found on the 8th of September 1888.